Hi, I'm Shine, and this is Divine Shine Tarot with a CelebriTEA reading on Mariah Carey, the voice, the diva, the icon. She has been honored at award shows this year and released new music last week. As she's moving on from tragedies of losing family members, as well as dealing with her ex-husband Nick Cannon shifting blame onto her for his poor choices in starting several families. What's the energy around Mariah Carey? In this clip from my live stream, let's see what the cards have to say. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. No facts, no truth, just tarot. Timestamps are down below, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, and leave me suggestions for readings you'd like to see from me in the future. Now, I ask that the spirit step forward to divinely guide my vision and messaging for this CelebriTEA reading. Let's get started. I'm going to transition into another OG from that era, that Diddy, Jay-Z era, Mariah Carey, who received a lot of flowers this summer in all of the award shows where she was recognized for a lifetime of achievements with her beautiful voice. And she was also heavily criticized for stiff performances. I remember laughing when I saw one of the comments that was like, yes, Mariah, give them nothing. But Queen Mariah Carey can take it easy now because she has nothing else to prove after delivering amazing vocal songs like Emotions and all of her contributions bridging R&B with hip hop, particularly in the 90s and early 2000s. So good for her for getting her flowers. But because she was recently in the news coming out of the VMAs, where she was seen hugging with Ariana Grande, with whom in the past people speculated that there may have been beef or jealousy or competition between the two. Ariana also has an amazing vocal range, and many thought that she sounded a lot like Mariah Carey, or was able to hit a lot of the Mariah Carey notes when she first came out. So it was beautiful to see them hugging up and showing to the world that, you know, Ariana recognizes and appreciates Mariah Carey as an OG, and there was no competitive energy on that stage when they were hugging and showing each other love. But let's dive into this reading to see if the cards have anything to say about Mariah Carey, Spirit. What can you tell me about Mariah? There has been a resurgence of her this summer. We saw her looking great, looking snatched in her rompers, in her sparkly costumes on stage. Even if she wasn't hitting any of the dance moves, she was still serving some vocal realness. Even if it's lip syncing, at some point she really sang all of that. And she is a fabulous diva that has paid her dues and can take it a little easier and just give us the flair, the Mariah Carey flair that we are used to seeing from her. So since she has been on the scene lately, it's been nice to see her. How could I forget? This week also, we heard of her one-time husband, or I don't know if they were ever married, but definitely the husband, the father of her twins. He came out this week and said that he believes all of the children that he had after Mariah was a trauma response to him not processing their breakup well. Can you believe that? A lot of people feel that it is just that it sounds like a narcissistic response and a lack of accountability. And especially this random timing that he decides to come out with this, revelation, this self-reflection, I should say, but somehow shifting blame, pointing the finger at Mariah at a time when she's being recognized and celebrated. I mean, come on, talk about trying to rain on her parade. So let's see if the cards have anything to say about that, Spirit. What can you tell me about Mariah Carey? Oh, I'm sorry. The message that I just got was, it's been a year of highs and lows for her because she lost some significant people in her life this year. I believe she lost her mom and her sister. That just popped up in my mind. So it seems that she is indeed having a very intense year while she is going through perhaps grieving the loss of loved ones and the resurgence of her baby daddy saying something as, accusatory as blaming her for his traumas. She's also being celebrated, fortunately, celebrated and recognized. So let's see if the cards have anything to tell us about Mariah Carey. Will she be doing any music with Ari? How does she feel about Nick Cannon saying these things? Let's see what the cards have to say about Mariah. Okay. I didn't get any pop-outs here, so let's just stop the cards. Aries again. Mariah is an Aries, and This is an energy that's very demanding, which we've come to expect from the diva. A diva is going to ask to have it her way, of course. But there's also jealousy, anger, frustration, this fiery energy of the Queen of Wands, who usually is very confident and motivated. There may be some insecurities or something leading to that jealous energy, which I'm kind of surprised to see at the top of this reading. But let's see what else we have. The Hierophant. Interesting. This usually has to do with group identity, religion, community, any kind of group that someone is either a part of, or a belief system, a system of values and morals that someone follows. This can also point to a marriage. So maybe the cards are trying to reveal a message about how she feels about Nick Cannon, who she was married to, or at least shares children with. I need more clarity before I say what I think I see here. Interesting. Two of Swords in reverse. Indecision, split in two directions over two conflicting ideas, having to sacrifice to cater to one over the other. But since it's in reverse, it's about having the clarity to make a decision, moving forward with certainty. So far, it looks like because of how Mariah may have felt in that marriage to Nick Cannon, she feels that she made the right decision in not being with him, because he probably was a contributor to these characteristics of getting her angry, upset, frustrated, and she's probably glad that she's not she is not with him anymore. That's what I'm seeing from these cards so far. Four of Wands, celebration. That's right. Our queen, Mariah, Mimi, is being celebrated. And so she's focusing on receiving her flowers and enjoying her time and leaving stuff like that in the past, not letting that spoil this positive time for her, where she's finally being recognized. Five of Swords, but in reverse. I believe this means that conflicting parties are ready to cease fire, so to speak, in terms of like, if there was a combative relationship, I would assume, with her husband. Can someone confirm, was she married to Nick, or was that did they just have children? Let me ask. Oh yeah. They were married for 8 years. Okay, indeed. So yes, that helps me get a very clear picture of what these cards, a clearer picture, I should say, of what these cards are saying. Let me see what sign is Nick Cannon. What zodiac sign? He's a Libra. She is an Aries. Okay, good to know. So indeed, it seems that while they may have had a very intense and combative relationship when they were together in that marriage, ever since she's made the decision to separate from him but still co-parent, she has been better off, since they have both agreed to a more peaceful approach to being in contact and, of course, co-parenting, and that allows her to focus on celebrating her life and doing her thing, as we saw indicated here in the Four of Wands. Whoa, we got the Tower out. This indicates some sort of destruction, something crumbling, some unforeseen disaster to come. Again, based off of the earlier cards, it seems like the spirit was giving me a message about her relationship with her previous husband, Nick Cannon. So I wonder if there's some conflict that might revive their history, their relationship. Let's see what else we have here. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the energy of someone who's very dependable, reliable, methodical, someone that just gets things done. But in the context of this reading, this could point to someone that is trying to advance their financial interests, that has been slow and steady about pursuing some financial goal. Let's see if we can get more clarity on that. After the Tower card, it seems like something to come, not necessarily something from the past. They've been divorced for so long, Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey, that I would be surprised if he finds a way to pursue any financial advantages from her. It seems that one of the many positives that people claim is that Nick Cannon can have so many kids because he can afford them. So if he's this big boss that's so well off financially, I would be very surprised if he's looking for anything financially from Mariah after so many years. It seems like they don't have anything legally that he could actually pursue. Maybe this is about someone else? Interesting. Let me see. We started off with this seeming about Nick, but now that we're here on the Knight of Pentacles, maybe there's something or someone different that may be bringing this unexpected disaster or calamity into Mariah's life. It's a guy that has financial motivations. Let's see. Three of Cups, celebrations again, socializing. This can also point to a large group of people that Mariah associates herself with. Maybe there is someone within her network that has some financial motivations. I mean, with all of the recognition that she has gotten for the history of her music and her voice and her contributions to the music industry, her catalog is probably worth a lot, and someone in her network or in her history that she worked with may have some financial motivations that they might want to come after something to do with her catalog or something financial. So I'll leave it there, and we can revisit a Mariah Carey reading if we see something develop in the news about her. What do you guys think about her ex-husband, Nick Cannon, popping up in the news to talk about, shifting blame onto her about his traumas? Not really the best timing, and not really based in accountability. Just a random moment of self-reflection. I'm assuming, we've only seen a clip of a conversation that was had with him, and that soundbite was amplified this week. So who knows? He was probably asked and just gave an answer, and it's just being blown out of proportion, perhaps. But hopefully he has a lot of respect for the butterfly queen, Mariah Carey. So let's move on. What else do I have here on the list? J-Lo. Since we just did a reading on Mariah Carey, it's a natural segue to her favorite person, Jennifer Lopez. For those of you that know the history, you know that is fun shade. That's fun tea, because Mariah Carey famously said, "I don't know her." I don't know her. For those that know the tea from back in the day, when Mariah Carey was with Tommy Mottola, a big executive at one of the labels, I think it was Sony. Don't quote me. It could be one of the others. I forget. But when she was with him, does she think I thought she danced? Who are you talking about? J-Lo? Yeah, J-Lo. Ooh, how should I answer that? J-Lo thinks she could sing, but she definitely dances. She's a wonderful performer. And so we saw J-Lo this summer going on tour. Mariah said that. She said that's what Mariah said about J-Lo. Does she sing? I thought she danced. Hilarious. She called her a dancer, not a singer. Well, after all these years, is she wrong? Is Mariah wrong? And what's funny is, if you think about it, like, each of them have strength for each other's weakness. As we've seen in the recent performances of Mariah Carey on these award shows, she is giving us nothing in terms of dance moves because she has already given us so much with her fabulous voice. Meanwhile, J-Lo gives us all the dance moves, but even the lip syncing is... I wish you all abundance and illumination. May divine light radiate through your life. Keep shining.